was getting ready to record and my air conditioner popped on. And I'm still trying to figure out how to use this mic, so I don't even know if it's working or not. But look at these cuties. They just curled up beside me. Yeah, so it's been a while. I feel like I've been doing everything and nothing. I've had some health problems that I don't want to talk about. I've talked about them ad nauseum. 2 of my fingers popped off from my nails because I had to, well, here, this is what they look like. They were really cute. They have little ghosts. I had to miss my appointment 2 weeks ago because my daughter had an event that conflicted with my appointment. I asked them to, let me know if there's a cancellation, but there wasn't one. So I have 1 more week. 2 nails have came off. This one, sorry, hurt really badly. I'm just hoping it's healthy enough to get it redone next week. So what have I been doing? I put some of my hats on Etsy, and okay, wait, look at this. Do that again, Margaret. She's like, no, why are you telling all my stories? Her stomach was just like rolling. It was weird. Okay. Oh, so I put 3 or 4 hats on Etsy. Haven't gotten very many views. No big deal. But I redid the pictures last week and just updated those listings today, edited some of the keywords, started running ads, which I thought were already on, but I guess they weren't. I also released my knitting pattern. I am so excited about that. It's not great. There are definitely changes I want to make to it, such as adding in pictures. I would love to film a video tutorial, but my biggest problem has always been just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do it. So I'm really proud of myself for having done it before it was perfect. That's a huge step for me. I'm also working on more patterns. I'm sorry, I'm doing something weird with my mouth because I feel like there's something going on in there. I don't like it. So one of the patterns I'm working on is eggs and toast to go around the cuff of the sock. And I've been debating releasing that as a hat pattern too. I don't know if I want to, 1 step at a time. So yeah, that's my plan for this winter. I have 5 or 6 designs I'm working on. I want to get 1 of them released by the end of the year. May not seem like much, but for me it feels like a big thing. I have also been working on, I actually did these a while ago, and I've just now woven in the ends. So these are little star scrubbies. I'm pretty sure I've shown them in a past video. These come in sets of 4. In this set I have maroon, purple, teal, and then this has speckles in it that match the maroon, the purple, the teal. Here's some purples over here. There weren't very many on the other side. So at first pass, it kind of looks like a weird color combination, but when you see them together, you're like, oh yeah, I totally see it. I have these listed on Etsy. I have, actually I don't have this colorway listed, but I have the same thing here. This is pink, dark purple, light purple and white, well, like a cream. And when you look at this purple, there's like a little bit of a pink that matches this one. So I actually tried to list these on Etsy today. I have 6 sets of these available. Oh, these are cotton. And I have used these both for scrubbing my face, but typically I use this size for cleaning around the house. These are perfect for keeping at all of my sinks to give them a wipe down at the end of the day, and you just pop them in the wash with your other rags. They do just fine. There's cat shenanigans happening. Anyway, I have 6 sets of these. In person, I'm going to sell these at $8 a set if I do any events, which I may or may not do. I just don't know yet. On Etsy, I have them at $10 to help cover Etsy listing fees, free shipping, taxes, stuff like that. I tried to put that set on Etsy today and I was like halfway through the listing, maybe even 3/4 through. And it was like, there's an error. Contact Etsy if it keeps happening. Ma'am, that's disgusting. On camera, you're not even being paid for that. Put your leg down. She thinks we're filming OnlyFans, apparently. I also, these ends are not woven in yet. Little stars. Let me show you this side. It doesn't have as many ends. These are the ones that I typically use for my face. They're still cotton. This is the Hobby or Hobie if you're fancy. 3/4 cotton. Just kidding, 8/4. Oh yeah, very, very soft. Again, you can just throw them in the wash. Mine always get stained immediately because of my black eyeliner and mascara, but it doesn't matter. The star shape is still super cute. I have blue, green, pink, and then I still have yellow and orange. So I plan to sell these in a little rainbow set. The yellow and orange pastels. So that will be 5 scrubbies for the same price. $8 if you're in person, $10 on Etsy. The Etsy one comes with free shipping, and that little extra price increase covers Etsy seller fees, taxes, all that stuff that is difficult to figure out. Yeah, so that's my plan. I don't know what my problem is though, because the green were the ones I made first, and I made 14 of these out of one of these, which I'm like, amazing, right? That's great bang for my buck. But then I made the blue ones and I made significantly fewer. Hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was what I thought. I only got 8 of these out of the same single skein. I can't tell the difference. I'm using the same size hook. They look similar to me. My tension looks the same. I don't understand the difference. Now, the tail on this one's really long because this was the last one. But my tails, well, that one's pretty long too. They seem to be about the same size for both. So it's not that I was leaving tails too long. And also, that big of a difference. What is that? 6? A difference of 6 from tails? That doesn't make sense. I don't know how I did that. This is what I had left over from the green. This is what I had left over from the blue. There is slightly more here, but not enough to have made a 9th scrubby. So I just don't know. I also have some wonky ones. Like this one, I made, Twyla's rubbing against the stand. This one I made with a hook that was a size too big. This one, I ran out of yarn right here at this one, so it doesn't have the single crochet border on this one. So I think I'm going to put together mystery bags of all my wonky ones and sell like, I don't know, 5 or 10 of them for maybe $5. Just because I already have enough that I don't need the leftovers at my house. I have so many of these in my kitchen. Might go some to my mom. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's really all I've been working on. That's not true at all. I have been making another hat because that's always my go-to project. I finished a pair of socks and I do not remember what I did with them. I started another pair of socks that were super cute. The yarn, I forget the brand of the yarn. Actually, just let me go get it. Hold on. Okay, so this is Premier Fruits, which this is the third time I've used this yarn. They come in mini skeins, so you have one for each sock. This one, a cat attacked it. I had to re-roll it, and then it's been shoved in my kitchen cabinet for months. So that cat attacked it. I think these make the cutest socks. I made a pair for my boyfriend that was like yellow, brown, and white. It was supposed to be banana. This one's kiwi. It's brown, green, and white. And I started these for my rabbi because he was retiring and I wanted to present them to him. It has been a significant amount of time since that has happened, and these are where the socks are. I've made another pair in the dragon fruit colorway, which was pink, white, and black. I kept those for myself, but I don't know where they are right now. Anyway, I love this yarn. They make great socks. I love how affordable it is. I think the patterns that they come in and the colors are just gorgeous. However, they are an actual pain in the ass to knit with because they're so stretchy that as you're knitting, it's hard to keep your tension, or it is for me. As I'm knitting, I'm like pulling it tighter and tighter and tighter. And then I get a few rows and I'm like, God, my hands are so sore. So that was why I set it aside for a little bit. I think I am about ready to pick it up again. I don't know. I'm also getting pretty close to the heel and I just don't like turning heels. So maybe they'll go in timeout for a little longer. I can't say. I'm going to set these aside so the cats don't get them. And then I'm going to show you the other thing I've been working on that I totally forgot. I'm not going to pull all of this out. I'm just going to hold it in front of the camera. I think we were working on this in the last video, or it might be in recorded footage that I didn't post. But this is, I call it my butterfly wing. It's the beginning of another doodler. I think this is the 5th or 6th doodler I have made. It is just my favorite pattern ever. I'm going to twist it around and show you this side. Stop. Look how gorgeous. Get out of the way. I love it. I think it's going to be beautiful. I don't think it's going to be done this winter. I just don't. Oh, and I forgot my boyfriend's sweater. Hold on. I've got yet another thing to show you. Actually, no, I'm going to wait and show you his sweater later. I started it last, nice view of my belly, right? I started it last winter. It's just the Tin Can Knits rye sweater. Excuse me, very unbecoming of me, sorry. I did the whole body in a Hobie yarn that was variegated. Variegated? I'm pretty sure that's the word, but suddenly my head is like, no, it's not. It goes from dark blue, like a navy, down all the way to like a very, very light blue, almost a white. I did the whole body. I did one sleeve, and I was like, I would rather die than cast on this other sleeve. There is nothing worse than picking up stitches for a sleeve. And actually, yes, there is. I know there's so many things worse than that, like, you know, genocide and child hunger. And honestly, as I'm picking up the sleeves, I'm like, this really isn't that bad. I did have to redo it because it had been so long that I cast them on the wrong way. So then it was purling instead of knitting stockinette. So I redid that. I'm not quite halfway through with that sleeve, but I do think I will finish it soon. I hope I will finish it soon because it's been almost a full year since I started it, and it'd be great if you could wear it this winter. I'm sure he would like that too. We'll see. Okay, so right now we are going to crochet together. I'm going to keep working on these little stars. I have a little one started. Get out of there. And we still have I feel like more than half of this left, but I mean, I don't know if I'm really the authority on that when I have such vastly different amounts of my other two colors. I'm really curious to see how many I end up making with this. I'm trying not to like intentionally make them tighter to get more, but I just don't know. And I don't know if this mic is working yet either. So I also want to apologize because I'm really struggling to figure out how to get the sound quality better in terms of my voice and then the sound level of the music when I put that on. I'm trying, but I'm old and I'm not very literate with technology. So I'm going to reach out to a friend to see if they can help. I don't know if they can or not. If this is still super loud when the music comes on, I'm so sorry. I'm trying. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to turn on the music. I'm going to turn on the show for me. And I'm going to sneeze too. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I need to like move this so you can see the cats too. That's what I should have done the whole time. This is the Margie show now. Okay, so I finished one star. Hi, Twyla. I made another completed star. I feel like I want to take a nap now. It's terrible. I don't even know what time it is because my only clock in this room is on my phone, which I'm using. I guess it's maybe like 4:30. I keep hitting this microphone too. Sorry. Oh, that was my leg that popped. I tried to put it up here, but I have no neck, so it was too close. So yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing it's like 4:30. Oh wait, hold on. My TV will tell me. Just kidding, no, it won't. I thought it would. I guess I have to wait for the screensaver to come on. Anyway, my point being, I woke up at 7:30 this morning. Just awake. Well, like 7:20, because my alarm goes off at 7:30 and I was awake before the alarm, but not for long. And I went to the library this morning, which I normally do on Monday mornings, but I didn't go yesterday, and today is Tuesday, so I went today. The guy at the coffee shop, I'm really struggling with. Last week was the first week I'd ever seen him there. He wasn't acting like he was new, so he must have came from one of their other stores. I ordered what I normally order, which is an iced pandan latte upside down, which is like a Starbucks macchiato. I really like the milk first, then the coffee. Some people say it doesn't make a difference in the taste. I swear it does. But I always drink first, like I don't mix it up. I really think that's the difference. Anyway, it's delicious. Sometimes I order it as a milky macchiato or a Starbucks macchiato. It just depends on who is making it as to which way they understand. Anyway, he didn't give me a coffee at all. He gave me a matcha. I didn't say anything because they were really busy, and I was like, matcha's fine. It's not my favorite, but I'll drink it since they're so busy. Today, I did the same order. He got it right in terms of like flavor and coffee, but he gave it to me hot instead of iced, and I know I said iced. I also asked for a cup of ice water, mostly ice. I ask for that all the time just because I enjoy it. He forgot to give it to me this time. And again, it was just customer after customer. So I didn't really feel like there was a good time to go up and ask for it again. So I drank my coffee. I dealt with it. I'm not really much of a complainer anyway. But I'm just not happy. I have noticed both times, though, that the girl that I do like, who used to be the one there all the time, has been coming in around 10. So I might just adjust my time there from like 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. just to make sure that she can get it. Because normally, as soon as she comes in, he takes a quick break. This sounds so creepy that I know his whole schedule. I don't know what to say about it. I'm just observant, I guess. I'm not really. So yeah, that's my plan, to get the drink that I like. And then I normally stay there for like 2 to 3 hours. I usually leave anywhere between like 11:30 and 12:30. I don't really remember what time I left today, but I did go to my mom's afterwards. She and I both take injections for different medical reasons. So mine is once a month. Hers is every 2 weeks. So we went and did those injections. I hate that. It's not great. I used to be really, really weirded out about giving her hers. They're auto pens. So I don't know. They make really loud clicking sounds. Mine clicks a lot louder than hers does. Mine is for my hidradenitis. Hers is for high blood pressure. That's protected HIPAA information, but I know she wouldn't care because you don't know who she is and she wouldn't care anyway. Um, it's not fun. After I did that, I was really hungry. She had bought some food for me at Aldi, a cannoli dip, which I haven't tried yet, but I make my own cannoli dip that's really good. So I'm excited to try that one. And then she got me a little box of pretzel nuggets with cheese sauce. So I was starving. I got home. I immediately put those in the air fryer, but the salt wouldn't stick to them, even though I did like a water glaze first. It was delicious. I sent her a text and I was like, you need to get more of these for yourself and your house because they are so good. I ate about half of them. And that's been about it. I really want to go to a movie. I've been wanting to go to a movie for like a month, but nothing interesting's playing at the theater. I did see one movie that looked interesting, a psychological thriller called After the Hunt, maybe, about a professor and some sort of investigation, but it doesn't play until 8:40. And again, I'm an old woman of 37. I cannot go to a movie that late. Wednesday is also my early day because it's when I go to work, which I work 2 hours away from where I live. I work in a different state. So I wake up around 6 a.m. to get on the road by 6:30 to make it to work by 9. I do give myself quite a big buffer just in case there's a wreck or bad weather or in case I get like super hungry on the way and I need some food. Because when I wake up, I'm not hungry and usually I'm fine until I get to work. But every once in a while, all of a sudden my body will be like, we need to eat right now. I do also sometimes try to take granola bars, but I don't know. I just hate eating granola bars in the car. They get so crumbly. Um, I've got to stop saying I feel like I don't normally do that, except when I'm recording. I don't even know what I was talking about, honestly. Oh, yeah, Wednesdays are my early morning, which means tonight I need to, pack my bag, check the weather for while I'm going to be gone. There is something in my eye. This is great content, isn't it? Riveting. This is exactly what you come to YouTube for. And I could cut it all out, but I'm not gonna. Sorry, you have to live with it. I don't think I have anything else to share. I do think I'm going to make another star or two. I might switch over to knitting. I want to take a nap, but I feel like it's too late in the day to take a nap. Oh my goodness, I also finally just finished season 3 of The White Lotus. It was so good. I loved season 1. I think I watched it all in 2 days. I did not love season 2. I watched the first episode twice, like 6 months apart or something. Could not get into it, didn't finish watching it. Tried season 3, loved it. I don't know when season 4 comes out, but I hope it's soon. I also watched Welcome to Derry last night. And within the first 10 minutes, I was like, this is insane. What's